It's been a while. How have you been? I hope you've been fine. Welcome back and happy new year. So today we'll be creating this flyer right here on the screen. So I made this with my Pixellab and I'm going to show you how I achieved this. So you stay tuned and watch till the end. Okay, so this is the image I used for the project. So this is how it was. It was blue in color. I was the one who changed it. So here I am in Pixellab. I've made a video on how you can change image color in my previous tutorial, so you can watch that. But I'm going to show you how I changed this particular color. So when you go to Pixellab, you can get the app from Play Store. You go to effects here, you click on colors. So you click on this color replace here. Alright, so this big circle here will guide you on what to choose. So once the plus sign in the middle touches any part, it takes up the color. So I want to replace this blue color, so I'll select the blue color. So with this, when you look at this first option here, replace hue. So with this I can replace this color. Once you slide this, you see it's green, it's changing color now. It's blue, is green, it's yellow, orange, and so on. So I used red, so this is the color I used. Once you do that, you click OK. So this is my image. So after doing that, you just click on the download icon here. Right, so when you come back to Pixellab, so I'll just go to my gallery to import the image you just worked on. I'll just import it here. Then go to the shape icon here. Adjust the size to 100 to 100. Use relative position to make sure it's in the middle. Okay, so I'm just going to move this up a little bit. Alright, like so. So if you noticed, the color of the image and the color of the background, they are not blending. So how do we blend this? I'll go to my background option here, this icon here, go to color. So I'm going to be picking the color of the background from this image. So because it's the down part that I want to blend with the background, I'll choose the color at the lower part of this image. I hope you can see where I am. So I'll okay that. Okay, so that's fine. If you check, you can't notice the difference anymore between these two. So the image is properly blended with the background. Alright, so now we're going to bring in our text. Bring in the text. The first one is the name of the church. So as usual, it's an imaginary name. So we just put in your own name, the name of the church you are working for. Believers Gospel Network. Click on done. Then I'll bring it down. Go to my text editing options so that I'll give this a font. So I used Go Bold for this. Then I want to give it a color. So the color I gave this, I picked it from this image here, the dark red. All right, so I'm going to reduce the size of this to 26. Then I'll use the relative position to make sure it's in the middle. Then to make it lie on the floor, I'll use the 3D rotate tool. So I'm going to rotate this till it looks like it's lying on the ground. So I think it's okay like that. Let me make sure this is in the middle. All right. Okay, next I'll also bring in another text. Presents. Then I'll give it the same color, but a different font. I'll use this signature font here. Presents. Alright, if you notice, the P seems to be cut off. So how do we resolve that? Go to padding. So because the P is by the left, I'll go to left padding and increase it. Alright, so there we have it. I'll OK that. Then I will go to my size. I want to reduce the size of this to around 30. Okay, that's fine. Relative positions, position it in the middle. Then we're going to my 3D rotate. On the x-axis, I'll rotate it to, let's see. So I'm just going to move this towards this. I think it's okay. As we keep working, we can still adjust it. So let's just go on. All right, so the next thing I want to do is to write the theme. The theme says running with endurance. So I'll just break it down. Then I will give it a font. So I use this one that looks like a brush. The name is Capture It, so that it will be as if the text is on a rough surface. So it makes it kind of beautiful. Alright, so I want to give this a blue color. So I'm going to use this color here. This is the color code in case you want to use this. 1675D9. Okay. So I'm going to increase the size. Then I'll centralize it. Go to 3D rotate. So to my 3D rotate, I'm just going to rotate this. Okay, to around 66 or 68. I want it to be at 66. So right. I'm going to make sure it's in the middle. Okay. running with. I'm just going to make a copy of this because it's the same font and okay, not the same color but the same font that I'll be using to write this. Endurance. So I'll just increase the size of this. To 100. Make sure it's in the middle. Then I'll align it properly. Then I'm going to give it that dark red color. Or let me give it a different color, or let me make it somewhat light. So let me see this color here. Okay, then I'll just make it lighter. Right. Like so. Then I'll write the venue, but before that I'd like to move this up a bit. So let me move this up to create more space for what I have to write. Right. So next I'll bring in the venue. Church auditorium. I'm going to use the same font I used for the name of the church. So that's Googled. So if you noticed, I'm only using 3 fonts here. So I'm going to give this the same color with the church. Then I'm going to reduce the size. Then I'll use relative position to make sure it's in the middle. And I'm going to rotate it using the 3D rotate. So when you're rotating it, try to make sure it's looking okay before you stop. So I want to make sure it's in the middle still. Alright, I think it's okay, but let me give it a little more tilt. Just one more tilt. Okay. So I'm looking at what I've done to know what I need to adjust here. So let me see the size of this again. 27. Let me increase it a bit to 31. So make sure it's in the middle again. Alright, so I'll make a copy of this, then I'll edit it. It's a continuation of the address. Sorry, opposite syntax. So it's just an imaginary address. Okay, then I'm going to just change the of course I'll reduce the size. It is quite big. Alright, so this seems to be okay. And I'll give it another color, the blue color. make sure it's in the middle using my relative position. Then I'll bring it down a bit using the position tool, right, like so. Then next I'm going to write the date and the time, so I'll just make a copy of this, the church auditorium. So the date 22nd to 28th January. Let me just abbreviate that. 2023. Okay. Then I will just increase the size. Use the relative position. Make sure it's in the middle. Alright. Then I'm going to my 3D rotate to give it a little, just one more rotation. Okay, so the time, make a copy of this. The time will be 9 a.m. So I'll just increase the size, put it in the middle. Then if you notice, it is not lying flat, so we'll go to our 3D rotate, increase this a little bit. Okay, that looks better. Okay, we're almost done with this, so I'm just going to check for some adjustments. I'll take this up a bit, also move this up, then I will move this up too, and move this up too. So I'm just going to move all of them up. And this. So this is a very easy step to use when you want to create stuffs that lie on the ground. So this is a very easy and straightforward step to use. So let me give a little space. Okay, then in between the topic and the venue, I want to have a little space. Alright guys, so this is our flyer, and it's straightforward, it's easy to learn. So we can replicate this, and let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Please like and share this video. Subscribe to my channel if you have not. See you in our next tutorial.